Good morning. This is Pastor Kevin with our 31-day path to wisdom. Today we're looking at Proverbs 7. And the title of this is Your Heart in a World of Temptation. I want you to imagine something for a moment. We're scrolling late at night. We run into all this clickbait and this ad flashes. It looks innocent at first. Then it leads down a rabbit hole. And then it leads you to compromising what you know is right. Or you have a friend that pressures you. And he says, just try it once. He insists nobody's ever going to find out about it. See, temptation often describes itself or defines itself or disguises itself as a harmless event, an exciting event. But Proverbs offers a startlingly relevant revelation to navigating these moments of temptation. So let's unpack a little bit of this. First, we're going to talk about the anatomy of a temptation. See, the chapter paints this really vivid representation here. It talks about a naive young man who wanders into the house of an adulterous woman. She's dressed to kill. She flatters with constantly, and she's persuasive. She says to him in verse 18, "Come, let's drink deeply of love until morning." Her tactics aren't unique, if you think about it. They mirror modern traps in our own life, like addictive behaviors, like toxic relationships, like ethical shortcuts that some of us are prone to take. But they're all three hallmarks of temptation that stand out in our lives. They're typically gradual. The man didn't plan to fall into this trap, but he lingered near the danger. Small compromises, like harmless lies, endless scrolling, etc., can pave the way for bigger problems in the future. It's seductive. See, temptation rarely looks evil at the beginning. It promises fulfillment. This woman is offering intimacy. Today, this might look like, the allure of a quick success, or numbing the pain of our life through drugs or alcohol or some other means. And it isolates. She says, "My husband is gone," in verse 19 and 20. See, temptation thrives in secrecy. It makes us pull away from community. Now, if we look at the cost of being naive, because this story ends in tragedy. It says here in verse 22, "The man follows her like an ox to the slaughter." That's pretty graphic, isn't it? See, my friend, Solomon's not really exaggerating here, because sin always costs more than it promises. For us, the slaughter might be broken trust, addiction, a hollowness in our soul. But the deeper issue here is the young man lacked wisdom. He wandered aimlessly, with no defense against that temptation that was pitching his way. So how do you guard your heart? The father's plea isn't about just avoiding the woman. It's a proactive strategy. The first thing you do is internalize wisdom. In verse 1 of this chapter, it says, "Store up my commands within you." Fill your mind with truth. Read your scripture. Set healthy boundaries in your life so that lies will lose their appeal on you. Second lesson is to stay alert. In verse 25 it says, "Don't let your heart turn to her ways." Audit your vulnerabilities. We all have vulnerabilities, my friends. What environments, habits, or relationships weaken your resolve? Identify them and know them. And 3, choose your community. See, wisdom thrives in accountability. My friends, Hebrews says we're called to walk together. So find somebody to be accountable to. See, to build a defense system here, easy ways. This is some simple ways. Name your temptation. Is your temptation gossip? Is it greed? Is it escapism? Whatever it is, write it down. And create a margin. Social media drains all of us. So set screen limits. If loneliness leads you to bad choices, schedule check-ins with a friend. Have some accountability. And anchor to a purpose, my friends. Proverbs 7 ends with a grave warning. Her house is a highway to the grave. But there's hope here. Because wisdom's not about being perfect, my friends. It's about being prepared. So today, I want you to decide. I urge you to decide. Where will you set your guardrails? Who will you invite on your journey? Let's choose the road less tempted, my friends. Trusting God to lead our way. Have a great day.